evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, welcome. My name is Jordie James, and thank you. I've got for you for the next 15 minutes. And once again, I've chosen some cards just to talk about today, which is really interesting because with everything that's going on universally, we've just gone back into, I call it SOPs for public health, so safety operating procedures for public health, better known as lockdown, in the regional area that I live in Victoria, in Australia. So it was quite interesting because I did a workshop on Saturday, blending with the spirit world and mediumship, and it was an amazing morning. And then we got thrown into lockdown at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so we had to stop. But what was really interesting is the way that I've been feeling, and I know I've said this over the last couple of weeks, that I've had what we call I call it adaptability fatigue, which is basically changing things around, doing things constantly, always changing with the tides. And it's good for a period of time, but then we do get a little bit fatigued with it because we are constantly changing. It's a good thing to change. And it's really interesting because today the cards are encouragement, metamorphosis, and dry desert. And I use the beautiful, the enchanted map that I have here. And I don't know if I can show them or not, but yeah, it's just the most gorgeous deck. I love this deck by Colette Baron Reid. So with these cards that threw out and they literally jumped out of the deck, I was like, okay, so I need to talk about this quickly before my first caller. So when we are going through change, when we are going through adaptability, when we are going through different levels of ascension, different energy levels, feeling low, feeling high, all these sort of things, it gives us a sense of metamorphosis. And I think I talked about it a little bit last week, but it's really interesting how it's come up again because with the new normal that we have now universally with what's going on, we need to be in the change to help other people go through that as well. So we need to be sitting in that space and holding space for people that are struggling with change or are struggling with things being thrown out of whack. So the encouragement card is a beautiful giraffe and like giraffe giving comfort to a baby giraffe. And for me with this card, it's not just the fact that the beautiful adult is giving encouragement, but the child is also giving encouragement. So sometimes it's always good to sit and look through or be with our child and see what our children see and really go back to that sort of space so we can go, okay, well, children, they change every single day. We change every single day. So it's just the fact that universally things that are out of our control, that's okay because we can control what's within us, if that makes sense. And we are never lacking in abundance. We have always got the beautiful abundance around us. So when we give ourselves encouragement to and for the change and we respect and give ourselves the support and caring, which goes into my self-care, allows you to not feel like you're lost, like you're not walking through a desert waiting for someone to save you. You can literally start saving yourself with little steps each day, but that's also the change in the metamorphosis. So I hope that makes sense, beautiful people. And I really love how the cards are now presenting to me each week so I can actually talk about something that's sort of very relevant. And I love how these guys are just so relevant. It's just awesome. So I'll leave that with you today. And I've got the beautiful Darcy from Cancel in Idaho. Hi, Darcy. How are you going?
Hello. Hi. I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Oh, my God. You guys, I always love your accent, like even, love it. Okay. So, Darcy, I work psychically and mediumshiply. Where would you like me to work for you today?
I guess my
psychic is
love life.
Okay, cool. So what's going on around you? Perfect. Okay. So let me just blend with you. Oh my God, you're a little pocket rocket. Would you understand that? No, you are. Your energy is quite like, I want to say, you burst into people, like you burst into rooms, or you just open the door and go, I'm here. And it's just,
Yep.
it's just this beautiful energy that you have. And I also know that with where you are at the moment, you've definitely gone through some lows. It's not, you're not always on, you, you've got this beautiful balance. It's really interesting, Darcy, because as I look at you, I know over the last 3 months that you've really sort of taken a few hits here and there. Would that make sense to you?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. And I do know that it sort of knocked you down a little bit, or you've sort of had to regroup and recenter. And it's also taken you through, I don't know if this makes sense to you, taking you through some old lessons of worth. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. And it's really interesting because you're worthy of a mansion if you want the mansion. We're always worthy of those beautiful things that we always need or we always would like to have in our lives. But I know that you poor lady, I feel like you've been hit left, right, and center with old lessons or old things or old mindset that's come up over the last couple of months. Would that make sense to you?
Yes. Yes. It does.
Thank you. Thank you. And it's really interesting because I want to say you're coming out of it again and you're back into this beautiful sort of Darcy's got, it's like I want to put roller skates on you. So I don't know if you're going through this beautiful stage of, I just want to do things and I don't care what people think or say or see in me. I'm just doing me. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes. Very much.
Thank you. Thank you. I just love you. Oh, mate, I could talk to you for hours. So when I look in your relationship side of things, what's really important is I feel, are you not in a relationship at the moment?
Uh, yes. Yes. Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sort of shaking my fingers going, yeah, you are, but you're not. What's really
Uh-huh.
interesting though is that as I look at this, you are starting to really own who you are and the love worth that you have. And it's really important to sort of stand your ground with this. So if you in I want to say a connection in a friendship that's a little bit stronger than a friendship, it's really important to set your boundaries because sometimes I feel, Darcy, you may not set your boundaries correctly when you go into relationships. Would that make sense to you?
Yes. Very much.
Thank you. And also, as I look at this, I know that you setting your boundaries, you're worried that you may put them off or you may put them off guard or on the back step. But realistically, the respect for yourself will then earn the respect of them. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes. It does.
Thank you. And it's really interesting, Darcy, because I just want to go, please go out there, girl, and have some fun because you are so in that state. Because if I look at relationships going back 3 to 5 years ago, you would have been feeling quite heavy or feeling very like lackluster in relationships. They just wouldn't have been the I don't want to say prettiness, but would you understand that you just weren't getting the fun or happiness previously? Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes. It does.
Thank you. So this one, no, this is really interesting, and I could see you just having a lots of fun. So I want you to really own that fun and set boundaries and go, well, if you're not fun and you're the fun police, there's the door. So it's really important for you to stand your ground with that within your relationships. But I do feel that this particular partner or this friendship close to relationship may start getting a little bit stronger, but it's really, I want to say, both of you coming into a good sort of understanding. But for you, it's more about you standing your ground and being who you are and trusting the love for yourself to bring that love in. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Perfect. But Darcy, you're just awesome. I would love to just, it's like I could so sit at a bar with you and just have a few drinks and just shoot the breeze because that's the sort of energy you have. I love it. I just absolutely love. So please keep doing what you're doing and have fun and enjoy the rest of the week. Can I leave that with you, darling?
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Darcy. Have a great day, or evening, I should say, because it's morning here. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. I hope the little message I did at the start resonated with you. Have a great week, and I will chat to you all next week. Bye for now.